What's up, everybody? Isaac Payne here from Mom and Pop, and welcome to Small Business Conversations, where we interview small business owners that are doing big things in their community. Today, I got a great guest who's got a ton of experience in the hair salon industry. He is a Sassoon trained professional and educator with over 51 years experience in the hair industry, and he's passionate about precision cutting and fashion trend styling. And when he's not in the salon, he's traveling with his family, fishing, and cooking in the kitchen. Today, I have with us the owner of Ego Hair Salons in Richmond, BC, Richard Ego. Welcome, Richard.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
No, awesome, awesome. So yeah, I mean, 51 years experience. How did Ego Salons all get started?
Well, I was 20 years in the corporate management. I was a VP operations and human resource with a large beauty salon chain, and decided that after some 20 years that it was time for me to open up my own business. And I started by purchasing a business, an existing business downtown Richmond in a shopping mall called Aqua Plaza. And that was over 30 years ago. And here we are today. I've been in two other locations, one of them on Lansdowne Road. It was from Lansdowne Mall, and now we're in Ironwood, Sam's Plaza. And we've got a full aesthetics and nail and hair beauty business. And I absolutely love the business. It's a family business. My wife works here with me. And I've got another daughter who's also in the business. So it's in our blood. What can I say?
No, that's great. And what drew you into the hair industry?
So what got me into it?
Like what drew what was the appeal of the hair industry that made you fall in love with it?
Well, ultimately, in the beginning, I had no idea why I went into it, but you eventually become passionate about the art of our industry, the connection with the community, and we're very connected with the Richmond community, although we have clients that come from all over the Lower Mainland, and our developing love for our clients. Like I say, I've been in this business 54 years, and but like I say, in my own business for the last 30 years, and I've just really developed an absolutely fantastic client base, which we interact with constantly, and it would be very difficult for me not to do it. I like to come to work, especially right now during COVID. I'd rather get out of the house and be surrounded by wonderful people doing fashion work and sending people, women and also men, out smiling ear to ear with their beautiful hair. That's what got me into it.
Oh no, that's great, man. I mean, it's the passion that drives us and keeps us going, right? That's awesome. Now, you guys have been in business a long time. You guys have a unique approach to how you do hair and things like that. Is there something different about Ego?
In my background, my personal background, I traveled all over the world, went to international conferences in the fashion and beauty industry, and I've developed a very, very strong fashion development system, which has transferred onto my staff. We are fantastic in coloring hair and all kinds of popular fashion techniques, balayage and foil highlighting and multi-dimensional highlighting. And we've developed a terrific clientele who love this. And our clientele ranges from young women in their early 20s to women in their 70s and 80s. And what brings them to us is the quality of the work that they receive from us in either cutting, styling, as well as in hair coloring in high-end fashion.
Oh, no, that's great. I mean, you got to have a niche and you got to have a specialization in order to really stand out. So you guys have taken pride in that. Now, do your stylists have special education or certification to work there?
They are being educated all the time. We have very strong connections with some of our suppliers. One of our main hair color suppliers is L'Oreal, and they have a lot of Zoom meetings right now and Zoom seminars. And I invite our personnel and our sorry, our stylists to participate in that all the time. So the advancements are always there. We also have constant new product development in our industry, and there's some phenomenal products that are being introduced by various manufacturers. And in order for them to be efficiently used in the business, we need to train our staff. And so our staff are very connected with the industry's newest development and products. And we are also in-house training and development. And in our industry, there's just absolutely no way that you can progress effectively and become a strong professional unless you do constant self-development in many areas.
Oh, makes
It's
sense.
true in many other businesses as well, but it's definitely true in the hair industry, because what happens in the fashion industry is the fashion changes all the time. So and also the expectations of women and men relative to the changing fashion perspective out there is such that they would like to sometimes change their fashion as well, and their look as well. And I get that from clients all the time, you know, where they ask, can I change my can I change my color? Can I change my look? I want to present myself differently. Right now, we have spring heavily on the way. What that means is the sun shines, it gets warm, blooms come out on the tree, flowers come out of the ground, and it does affect ultimately our thinking in how we want to present ourselves. And you know, we get this in our business all the time.
Oh, well, that's amazing. And do you have any technical experience, or have you always just been the business guy?
Any technical?
Sorry, like do you have experience styling and cutting hair yourself, or are you
Oh
just
yeah, no. I'm fully engaged. It's like I say, I was in the corporate industry. We had 56 hair salons. The company was very, very well known. It was named Richmond Salon from way back. And I was in charge initially for training and developing up to 1,000 hairstylists in Western Canada. So I traveled to all of our various salon locations, and I had to teach on stage or in the salon environment new techniques and new fashion trends and so on and so forth. And then from there, I moved into the corporate management, where I became VP operations and VP human resources, in charge of 1,000 employees and 56 hair salons. And we had our own school, and so I've done the business end, but I went back into the in salon production of cutting hair, styling hair, and I'm passionate about it. I don't know when I'm ever going to stop.
No, that's amazing, man. I mean, do what you love for as long as you can, right?
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
No,
Really.
great. So we'll go back a little bit. At what point did you realize that you wanted to have your own business?
At what point did I what?
At what point did you come to realize that, hey, I want to have my own business?
Oh,
yeah.
When you're getting to a point where you get tired of board of director meetings in the company, and the constant engagement on the executive level. And I was traveling like crazy. I had a family, but I was, 2 weeks out of the month, I was on the road. I was in Calgary, Edmonton, Prince George, going to Europe twice a year. And so I was traveling a lot. And I wanted to come to a point where I could settle down a little bit and also do my own thing. I owning my own business. And yeah, that's what I did 32 years ago.
Okay. And you've bounced around from a few different locations. So how long have you been at Richmond Centre?
Richmond Centre, now, well, here in Richmond, we have been here now 32 years. We
Oh,
were at Ackroyd Plaza, which is downtown Richmond, for 15 years. Then we spent 10 years at a business just across from Lansdowne Mall, which I sold the location. And now we're in Sands Plaza, which is on the east side of Ironwood Plaza, which is really a great area. I really enjoy it here. And we developed a really good connection with the community right here, Steveston and South Richmond.
okay. And do you lease or do you own the property that you run your business out of?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Do you lease or do you own the
No,
property?
we lease the space right
Okay.
now. I've owned my previous location, but we're leasing here now in Sands Plaza. And like I say, I've been here 6 years now, and we're here another 5 years, and maybe even longer. It's again an enjoyable progress that we've made. And like I say, my wife works here with me, and I've got phenomenal staff. I love my staff. They're wonderful young women, and very, very good professionally, but also great personalities, very well engaged with the clients. And clients come in here, they love us. And our location, when you can, if you can see it, it's a very bright, modern-looking, clean business. It's not huge, but I have a laser technician here who does all kinds of laser work. She's a professional doctor, immigrant, and she does laser work. She's phenomenal. I have a young Russian woman who is a phenomenal nail technician. She's got an extremely loyal, good clientele. And, so we have a large, what would you like to call it, sort of intercontinental clientele of every community and race and you name it. Our laser technician is Iranian, and she gets a lot of people coming here from her end of the world. And our nail technician is, like I said, Russian. So there's a lot of Russian clients that come in here. I'm born and raised in Germany, and lived here for 60 years,
Yeah.
50 years. And so, we've got a really good mix of clients. It's very enjoyable.
Oh, that's great. And how has it been working through COVID? What's business been like?
It was not a lot of fun. When we first found out that we had to shut down indefinitely, um, my wife and I, as owners, wanted to hang ourselves. That's a little bit extreme, but to give you a full understanding of what it means to take a business and turn the key and close it down and nothing going on. But then what I did is I came back every day during the lockdown. We were closed for 2.5 months. I came back every day for several hours, much to my wife's misunderstanding. She couldn't understand why I would come to her. But I communicated with all of our clients. I communicated with my staff. I did a whole lot of research on what would be required to reopen the business again. And we were open as soon as we got the call to open up, which was in early June or something. And we've been open ever since, but it is uh, not easy because what we have to do is we have to follow very strict requirements. One of them is the quantity of clients and staff that we can have in the business, which reduces our revenue accordingly. Um, the the constant sanitizing, the it's complicated. Running around with masks all day long, and looking at clients with masks on when we're in the fashion business, and we like to see nose, face, lips, because that's all part of the doing hair. And here we're looking at a client with a mask on, and so there is a lot of things that are not necessarily as much fun, but we have to adjust, and we have quite well. And life goes on. So it's complicated. For small businesses, it's extremely complicated because it does change your cash flow. It changes, various business elements that are important for you to succeed and be successful.
Have you had to lay off any staff, or have you been able to maintain your?
No, everyone is here. In fact, we've hired an additional stylist, and I've got several other people of interest who would like to work here, but I can't take them because of capacity. And so hopefully at some point when all the vaccine routine is behind us, um, and we can position accordingly again, I can bring in more staff again and increase our capacity here. But it's not going to happen in the foreseeable future. So we're just going to have to deal with the business elements that we're presenting this.
No. And have you guys created any new revenue streams as a result of COVID?
Not really. We sell masks and sell chains to hang the mask on. And we sell a lot of hand sanitizers. So those are sort of small things. But overall, no, we have the full extent of what a hair and beauty business does, and that's pretty much what we can do. And we have a high-end business, so our what we sell is pretty much everything. A lot of retail products, and very, very good new developed products, and so our revenue streams are what they can be, unless we start selling hamburgers or something.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
And so has your clientele been pretty loyal through it all? Like you've been able to?
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
And we have had clients that didn't come for a year and eventually came back and said, oh my God, I couldn't wait to come back. And yes, there's probably still one or the other that has decided it's better to let my hair grow and stay home. But no, pretty much all of them have come back, and cautiously, very much aware of what we do in terms of our policies here. Everyone has to sign in. We have liability release forms. The positioning within our business has to be careful. We used to give clients, when they were here, cappuccinos and hot chocolates and whatever. We can't do that anymore. We used to have magazines for our clients to read. We can't have that anymore. We can't have newspapers here. So, thank God for cell phones. So when clients are waiting, they have their cell phone.
Yeah, no, it's an adjustment for sure. But I guess when you have you have a loyal client base and people really value what you provide, in the long run, they'll stick around and they realize it's not your fault. You're doing the best you can. So they give you the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, entirely. Yeah. No, they're very sympathetic to us.
That's great. Now, you've been in the game a long time. What do you think are some of your secrets to so much longevity?
Um, Interaction on a personal level is very important, and you develop good relationships with your clients. That's probably one of the most important things. And then good skills, advanced skills. And I love it when clients sit there in the chair while I cut their hair and they're staring and watching my every move and uh, are quite connected to what I do. And it's the same with the clients, with my other stylists. They watch, they're very aware of what we do. So, skill level and good interaction. It's got to be a pleasant experience when you have somebody touching you and running around you for an hour or 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's got to be a good experience. If it isn't, you wouldn't come back.
Right. No, definitely. And yeah, I mean, the fact that why do you think you've stayed so passionate for so long?
You have to be passionate. Otherwise, you can't be in this business.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no way.
And what drives you? Why have you maintained it, do you think? What has kept that fire burning?
Just the determination to be successful. I think when things go well, then you pat yourself on the back. And don't we all need that? We need to be patted on our back, because that's sort of the daily satisfaction that we seek in our daily activities. So you have to be passionate to be successful and love what you do. Very important.
No, absolutely. And do you have any long-term plans for Ego?
Not any specifics. No. When you've been in business as long as I have, there's always things in the back of your head, but no specific long-term plans. Right now, just let's make it through COVID.
Right, right.
The number one thing.
No, fair enough. I mean, if you do that, that's already a win, right?
Oh, definitely. When you look at how difficult it's been for businesses, restaurants, spas, hair salons, movie theaters. I mean, you can look up and down the line at umpteen businesses. And my heart breaks for the owners of those businesses because I know what they go through, and luckily, in some way, our government was aggressive enough in supporting small business, and I've received some support, which helps. And hopefully, some of the businesses out there are taking advantage of it because that is sometimes the sustainability issue. You have to do it. But also, when you look at the numbers of restaurants that have closed and the numbers of hair salons that have closed, or whatever other businesses, not everyone has been able to make it and sustain it.
No, it's definitely hard times for sure, and it's part of the reason why we started this platform, is because we wanted to kind of create a place for small business owners to share their story, as well as we want to create a marketplace where people can find all of these amazing local businesses, because you guys are doing amazing things in the community, and some of the best hidden gems are out there that people don't even know about, right? The hardest part about small business is exposure, right? So if we can do something to put you guys on the map, That's
One
good
of the
to know.
things that I would like you to know is that we've just done some work with wigs for kids, and this is wigs for kids that have cancer. And we work with wigs for kids in Richmond. We raised a good chunk of money for the wigs for kids, and we had 19 people, and even still are getting inquiries, come in and have their ponytail cut off. It was a wonderful interaction for us in a communal way, and I'm very proud of it and happy that we did it. And it's very important for small businesses to be aware of the community and the needs of the community and give something back to the community. So Bricks for Kids was a great thing for us.
It's awesome. That's great. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? I mean, you might be down and out or struggling a little bit, but there's always someone worse off, right? So if you can
Yeah,
still help
yeah,
someone else out, even during your darkest times, that's a huge blessing.
absolutely.
No, that's great. That's great. Now you've been around for again a long time. Has your marketing and advertising strategies changed over the years?
Yes, luckily I've been surrounded by some knowledgeable social interactive on computers and kind of areas. And we've done a lot now on the areas of Instagram and um, we have our own Facebook page. We have our own internet website, and we try and do a lot of social marketing. And you know, I'm lucky I'm surrounded by people who know a little bit about it, and they help me with it. And I think that's really where the future extent of small businesses. You got to be able to reach out to a large sector of the community, and we all sit in front of our computers and use our cell phone all the time, and the connectivity is that way. And so, yeah, it's a little bit difficult for little newspapers, you know, from an advertising perspective. But you have to be aware of it as a business, and we do a fair amount of that.
Okay, no, that's good. And I guess prior to social media and the internet and everything, was it mostly newspaper ads? What was your main?
Oh yeah, no. We do a lot of emailing out to our client base, and we send out birthday emails every month, referral emails every month. Uh, we um, we've done coupons. We do a variety of things. Uh, a lot of, like I say, interaction with the community. That's very important. So that your name is out there, and you're lucky. Our name is, it's out there in Richmond. And, you know, it's a continuous job. There's always work to be done in that area.
No, absolutely. And if you were to turn back the clock, anything that you would do differently over the past 30 or so years?
How big is the bag that I want to fill?
Wow, that many mistakes, huh?
Oh, absolutely. No, that's the process of learning, and we learn from mistakes. But we have to be happy. Well, mistakes aren't so bad that we can't continue on. So, you know, yes, I think there's very few business owners that you can ask this question who would say no.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, all of us would at one point or another do something different. There's no
Right.
question about it. But
It's,
it's how we come through it that's important.
yeah, you're right, because it is an interesting question. It's an interesting perspective because in one sense you made a lot of mistakes, but you wouldn't be where you are today had you not made those mistakes. So you could argue that you wouldn't do anything different because you are right where you're supposed to be. Do you
Oh,
know what I mean?
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So it really just depends on how you look at it, right?
So, you know, you have to be able to, at the end of the day, smile at what you've accomplished. You know, I'm not going to retire anytime soon. I'm happy with what I'm doing.
Haha. Well, that's great. I mean, would you say that's one of the secrets too? Is find something you love and just do it till the wheels fall off. Do it till the bitter end.
Absolutely, absolutely. In my business, many of us, we keep working way past retirement age because we have a love for it. And one of my very good friends who no longer is with us, he worked till he was 85 years old. And you could see the smile on his face every day when he came to work. And, you know, that's what makes our business, you know. And yeah, I'm glad I'm in it.
Oh, I guess that's awesome. Do you have any tips for other small business owners or anyone who's thinking about starting a business?
Um, find find good people. You know, you have to bring uh, continual, well cultured young people into your business. Um, it's where your client base and where your community and where everything comes from. It's not just from you as the owner. You have to develop a full culture. And my thing has always been I want my clients to experience a wow factor when they come in. And I told my staff this many, many times, whether that's, wow, doesn't she smile nicely? Or, wow, look at her interaction with me. Or, look at the wonderful service this person has given me. There has to be a wow factor. And so you have to develop a community of staff that will engage in that, okay, to agree with you and display themselves with their personality in accordance, okay, so that the client has to feel good always, okay, while they're in our realm. So the only that's search well, find good people, do a lot of and be inclusive with your staff. Okay, just don't always be the big boss. You know, you have to be inclusive and um, develop an environment where your staff is comfortable and enjoying themselves. And most of my staff, I had one of my staff members just retired. She was with me for 31 years. And
Wow.
And most of the people that work for me right now have been with me 15 years, 18 years. You know, a lot of people stay. Not all.
Yeah.
But a lot of people.
That was going to be my next question. Do you have a lot of turnover? But I guess not too much.
No, luckily no. Luckily no. You know, there's always one or the other person that has to move on. You know, that's understandable. But no, I have a very loyal staff base. And uh, you know, that's what also keeps me going. You know, if you didn't have that, you couldn't be in business.
No, absolutely. I mean, a part of me wishes I had more hair so I can come get something done.
You have lots of hair. It's just,
Just here.
yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
you got to find a good barber.
That's true. That's it. Yeah. No, it's awesome. So, where can everyone find Ego Salons?
In South Richmond, in Sands Plaza, which is on the east side of Ironwood.
Okay.
We've got a wonderful small mall. We are full with restaurants. And if you go out into our parking lot right now, you won't find a parking space because everyone is here to pick up everything from Mexican food to salads, you name it. It's a very busy mall.
Okay.
And South Richmond, where we are, it's extremely convenient. We have lots of clients that come from Tavassan, from White Rock. We have clients that come from Langley and Abbotsford. And the highway system connects everybody very quickly, to our business area. And the people who come here, they like it because we've got a lot of businesses here in the mall where they can then do other things as well. Where they can go to London Drugs or to, a restaurant or whatever. It's all here. It's a very, very, very good mall.
Oh, that's great, Richard. No, I appreciate you taking the time to share your story and some tips and tricks to running a long and sustainable business and staying happy all the while. That's amazing and that's commendable. We wish you the best of luck moving forward through this COVID and beyond. And we're going to be following your journey. Thanks again for your time.
Isaac, thank you very much for having me with you. And I'm sorry I was a little bit slow in coming on, but I enjoyed it very much. Thank you.
No, thank you. I appreciate it again. And yeah, we'll be in touch very soon as our mom and pop app becomes available. We would love to have you be a part of that.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Can't wait.
Awesome. Have a great day, Richard.
As well. You as well. Bye-bye.